Welcome to StogieBoys Pigskin Preview Week 3. I'm Paulie and this is Glenn, and we're here to talk some NFL football and cigars, our two favorite pastimes. Today I'm smoking a Cusano 18 paired Maduro, and Glenn, you have?
You know what? I just grabbed it, Arturo Fuente. I love it, very smooth.
Both excellent cigars available at StogieBoys.com. Before we talk about the games this week, Glenn, let's talk a little bit about a quick recap on last week's games.
All right.
What did you like about last week?
Well, I loved the Buffalo Bills. I love the Buffalo Bills. The #1 offense in terms of points scored so far. No one would ever have thought. 5 lead changes in the fourth quarter. You know, this Bills team is made up of a bunch of people, a bunch of guys who were drafted either in the late rounds or undrafted. And I just love what I see out of those guys.
Absolutely. Can't agree with you more on that. How about Cam Newton? I mean, this guy, right now, he's #2 in passing behind Tom Brady, of all people. He's got almost 1,000 yards in the first 2 games. It's incredible.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone watching probably knows this, fantasy football guys. You know, I picked him up after the first week, and no one else had picked him up at that point. Throughout the week, you started seeing people pick him out. I was being made fun of, I think by you included.
Yeah.
But now, you know, he may be my starter this week.
Now you got me there.
I think he's going to put up numbers like that no matter win or lose. I don't think it matters. This guy is such an athlete.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about this week's game.
Our first game, Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. I remember watching Happy Days, and they would always show those two teams playing on the Happy Days episodes. Anyway, Green Bay is coming off of a very close win against Carolina, and Cam Newton got shredded defensively. And Chicago is coming off getting pretty much trounced by a very angry New Orleans Saints team. What do you think the keys to this game are?
Well, Glenn, I think Chicago's got a lot of work to do. You know, they've struggled with their short passing game for sure. Cutler got sacked 6 times last week. Chicago's offensive line is suspect at best, and 10 of the 20 passes he threw went to Matt Forte. Matt Forte is having a great season without a question, and he played terrific last week, but they need more than that. The offensive line's got to solidify itself. They got to protect Cutler, and they're going to have to absolutely establish the run against a very tough offensively and defensively Green Bay team. I think Green Bay is going to win by 8 this week.
Wait, 8 points? Green Bay's favored by, I think, 3 to 4 points at this point of the week, and I believe Chicago's going to win. I think they're going to win. I think last week they ran into a buzzsaw at New Orleans. It was their home opener. I don't know when they've last lost a home opener. Breeze was pretty much pissed off at the prior week's performance against Green Bay and how that didn't end in a win. So in Chicago, on the other hand, performed remarkably against a very good Atlanta team that we now saw beat Philadelphia. So which Chicago is going to show up?
Well,
it's at home. I'm taking Chicago.
It is. I don't know, Glenn.
Green Bay. At home. Game's
Green
over.
Bay is too tough.
Don't even go to the game.
Too tough.
Don't even go.
All right. We'll see. Okay, Glenn, our second game is the Jets at the Raiders.
Raiders.
Jets are 2-0 coming into this game in the LA Coliseum.
Yeah.
Home opener for the Raiders. Raiders are 1-1. What do you think about this game?
Raider Nation. Let me tell you something about Raider Nation. Being from Buffalo, you would think that growing up we would have a hatred for everyone but the Bills. In fact, I did. Everyone except the Raiders. I love the Raiders. Always been my second favorite team. Went to the game this week. Really enjoyed spanking them there at on the last play.
Yeah.
Home opener for the Raiders. Okay. Yes, they have a lot of injuries, but they're 1-1. They beat a reasonably average Denver team in Mile High in week 1. They almost beat a up-and-coming Buffalo Bills team in week 2. This is their week. The Jets are favored by 3.5. I can't even figure out how the hell they score point. I can't. I was reading this before the show. I can't see how they got 32 points against the Jaguars. What do you think about that?
I am the polar opposite of you. I hate the Raiders forever.
And you like the Jets?
I don't like the Jets either, but I like them this week.
Well,
they're going to beat the Raiders by 7. Raiders are fake. I mean, they have a couple of strong guys. Jason Campbell, I think, is a weak quarterback.
400-something yards this week.
Yeah, you know, a couple.
What do you mean?
Couple big plays.
Couple big plays. The guy's he's a proven quarterback. What do you say?
A lot of the passes he threw were screens to McFadden.
McFadden. If you have them, you use them.
They had that screen to McFadden working. There's no doubt about it. But it's not going to work against the Jets.
So listen,
Santonio Holmes, Dustin Keller, Sean Green's going to come on this week.
Holmes is questionable.
He's been weak.
Holmes is questionable. He's questionable this week.
Listen, the AFC East almost champion is going to take Oakland, a weak team, this week by 7.
Oakland will not only cover, they will win the game. They will win. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Okay, Glenn, this brings us to our third game, which is always the underdog pick of the week. We can identify with an underdog, right, Glenn?
Oh, yeah.
Being a cigar smoker and being Stogie Boys. Cigar smokers are underdogs every day because we're fighting demons out there that hate cigar smokers, right?
Yes.
Stogie Boys is an underdog because we're a new up-and-coming cigar retailer, and everyone loves to root for the underdog.
Yes, and this week's game is New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. I wonder who the underdog is in that game. What do you think about that game, Paul?
Well, listen, I think you and I are on the same page, being diehard Bills fans. But we'll find out, I guess. I think they're both 2-0 coming into this game. A classic battle, although one that no one could have picked before the season started except us diehards. Both 2-0 teams fighting for first place in the AFC East. Brady and company are coming in with just incredible performances the first 2 weeks. He's the #1 passer in terms of yards, throwing touchdowns left and right. And their defense, although their defense has been a little bit suspect.
Suspect. And #1 passer, yes. A little glamorous, yes. Nice hair, yes. Freddie Jackson, #1 runner, right?
That's right.
#1 offense in terms of yard or points scored, which matters. That's what matters, right? Who was that? The Bills?
The Bills.
Correct.
The Bills.
So let me tell you something. I don't know if you remember this, but Brady was looking amazing last year going into Cleveland. Looked like they were going to run the table. Going into Cleveland, and he crapped it. I mean, literally, Cleveland socked it to him. He looked embarrassed. This week, you know, Buffalo doesn't have a lot going for it other than their sports teams, to be frank.
Yeah.
You have the Sabres we're excited about. Now you have the Bills at 2-0, totally unexpected. You know, a little trouble on the defense this past week, but then again, they won the game. And not only that, they won the game with basically a bunch of no-name guys. I mean, their quarterback is from Harvard.
Right.
Right? And the players love him.
Yeah.
Now, New England's favored by 9.5. Yeah. Come on. 9.5. What do you say? Who's going to win this, and what's going to be the score?
It's outrageous. The Bills are going to win this game. I think they're going to take a lesson from that Cleveland game last year. They're going to get pressure with big Darius and big Kyle Williams right up the gut. They're going to be in his face, and that's how you beat Tom Brady.
And
that's how you slow him down.
The guys on the Bills this year, folks, quite frankly, they don't know about all this history, all this this history with the Patriots. They could care less. Literally, they could care less. They're going to come out, they're going to run around, play street ball, and score points. That's what they do.
That's right. That's right.
I think the score is going to be the Buffalo Bills 27, the New England Patriots 21.
I think 30-27. Bills.
Bills. There you have it. You heard it here first.
Go Bills.
Woo! You know, Paulie, cigars and football aren't the only things guys love. Nice looking women fit right in. At StogieBoys.com, we bring you all three. And if you want to see more of these smoking hot women, take a trip to StogieGirls.com. If you know someone that wants to be a Stogie Girl of the Week, have them submit their photo. There's instructions online for that.
Glenn, our Stogie Boys cigar pick of the week is a Cusano 18 paired Maduro. I'm smoking a Robusto size right here. This is a very unique and a great cigar.
Very nice, very smooth. Little bit on the medium-ish, not too raw. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's a very good smoke. I had one a couple of nights ago, actually.
It's smooth, no doubt about it.
Love it.
It's unique because it has two Maduro wrappers around this thing, which is extremely unique.
What country, the wrappers? You know?
I honestly don't know right now.
See what I'm saying?
But it's got two Maduro wrappers manufactured in the Dominican.
Yeah.
We have 20 of these on sale for $69.95. Now that's a hell of a deal.
That's a Dominican wrapper.
All right, Dominican wrapper.
That's what you have there.
Hell of a deal on a $140 box of cigars. This is a great cigar product. Pick one up at StogieBoys.com, $69.95 this week.
All right.
Stogie pick of the week.
Well, thank you for joining us, week 3 of the Stogie Boy Pigskin Preview. And I hope you enjoyed the show, the selection of cigars. I hope you can come visit us at StogieBoys.com. We have a lot of great deals running. Anything you'd like to add?
I'd like to invite everyone to join our NFL football pool that we run. It's at StogieBoys.com/football. It's free to participate every week. And we have over $10,000 worth of prizes we're giving out throughout the season.
And it's is that something, if they hadn't gone on earlier this week, they're okay? Or
absolutely. There's a winner every week.
All right, very good. Salud.